I had half blown this account and was almost on the verge of failing this challenge. By the end of January, I was down 5% on this account and lost 4 back-to-back trades continuously. I felt discouraged by my performance as I was already profitable in one of my funded accounts for the last 6 months but was still not able to replicate that success in this account of mine. Being in a losing streak, especially in the first phase of your prop firm challenge, despite following your trading plan, sucks, but it is what it is. Still, I followed my trading plan regardless of the outcome of the last few trades and managed to get this account almost back at break even in Feb. In March, I also decided to record every trade I take in this account and take you guys on a journey of taking this account from minus 5% to hitting our profit target as our end goal. In the previous episode, we just took one trade which also proved to be the most profitable week in this entire documentary series. We made 4.5% in that week alone, which led our account to a total profits of 6% from the initial balance. Now we only need another 2% to pass this challenge. So if you haven't watched the third episode, then do give it a look. I'll pin that video somewhere on the screen. Now going back to this episode, let's hunt for any trading opportunities and get this account done by this week.
Alright guys, so we just entered for longs in Euro USD with stop loss of 15 pips, aiming for 30 pips, that is 1:2 risk to reward ratio. I risked 1.2% on this trade since we needed around 2.3% to pass the challenge. As you can see over here, the net profit and loss shows 5.7%. So we need another 2.3% to pass this challenge, and hence I risked 2% with 15 pips on Euro USD, so that if this trade hits our take profit for 1:2, we can be done with the challenge. And now let's do a breakdown of this trade. First of all, as I went up to the weekly time frame, previous week closed pretty bullish. It came down to this support and this 1.075 psychological level, which is a very important reversal level. And the previous week closed bullish with a wick towards the downside. If you just look at this candle in particular and avoid the everything rest that you see in the left side, there is a high probability of price going towards the upside because of the momentum of this candle. And then as I scaled down to the daily time frame, things became even more clear as we had a daily demand zone in here. Price came down to this demand zone and instantly reacted from this level, which was another sign that price wants to go towards the upside. And then as I scales down to the 4 hourly time frame, a very important confluence which I had was price overall was in a downtrend from here to here. But after hitting this demand zone, price broke this last lower high in the downtrend, creating a higher high. And this could be the higher low before we expect another higher high. In the previous week, Friday with NFP, we came all the way towards the downside to this support level. So support once resistance once broken turns into support, and then it perfectly aligned with my 50 fib level. And another very important confluence which I had was we had an imbalance in here and price came to fill this imbalance. Then as I scaled down to the hourly time frame for our execution, what I saw was that price came to this support and went aggressively towards the upside. Then it consolidated for around 20 to 24 hours. And then as we broke out of this consolidation, I entered the trade with my stops below this candle's low, aiming for 1:2. But my most important confluence was when I scaled down to the 15 minutes time frame, and I have this indicator which marks the Asia's highs and lows and London highs and lows as well. So we had Asia's lows over here and Asia's highs over here, and above the highs and lows of the sessions, we have liquidity. In the London session, we came below this Asia's low to take this liquidity and move towards the upside. Then again in New York, if you see, this was our London's low. New York came back to manipulate and take out all the stop losses from this level, and then we went all the way towards the upside. So we had around two manipulations in here, and I entered right after the consolidation with my stops below this candle's wick, and I'll update you guys on how this trade turns out to be. So this is the update on the trade we took on Euro USD, and it hits our full take profit for 1:2. But before you guys start congratulating me for passing the challenge, let me be totally clear that I did not hold this trade for full take profit. Now let me tell you why. First of all, right after we entered the trade, price aggressively moved up and it created this higher low. After this higher low, I was anticipating another higher high to hit our take profit, which it did, but later on. First of all, after this candle, I'm not sure if you can see this, we were around 2 pips away from passing this challenge. So this wick was around 3 pips away from passing the challenge. And I remember I was looking at my phone and we were around $50 away from passing the challenge. So just 1, 2 pips. And I was very excited that now this trade is going to hit our take profit and we'll be done with the challenge. But the 1 hourly started rejecting from this level. And I also noticed this kind of supply zone over here, even though I had liquidity marked above this, but I thought maybe this level is holding as a supply zone and price is reacting from this level. So as soon as it started reacting from this level, I moved my stop loss to 1 RR in profits so that even if price comes all the way till our break even, we will be able to make some profits. And see what price did. We had our stops at 15 pips over here, and price literally came to our stop loss, went down for another 2 pips before shooting all the way towards the upside. And it felt really bad after price hits my SL and then goes towards the take profit, but it is what it is. And let's look for another trading opportunity this week and hopefully get the account done. We only need 1% to pass the challenge. Since we needed 2%, we made 1% on this trade and we need another 1% to pass this challenge. So let's look for another trading opportunities this week. All right, guys, so we just entered for longs in GBP USD with 0.8% risk. Since we only need around 1.3% to pass this challenge, and today we also have CPI, so I decided to risk 0.8%, that is $400. The stop loss of this trade is 10 pips, so we executed 4 lots on this trade. And now let's do a breakdown as to why I entered this trade. First of all, as we go up to the weekly time frame, the previous week in GBP USD closed bullish and it rejected towards the downside to this 1.25 psychological level, which is a very strong level for GBP USD. In the previous week, we had this strong rejection, which said me that there is a higher probability of price going towards the upside. Then as I scaled down to the daily time frame, we had a very beautiful support zone in here. As you can see, every time price came to this level, it went up. And again, price came to this level in the previous week, and we had this strong rejection towards the upside. Then as I went down to the 4 hourly time frame, I saw a shift in market structure. Overall, the markets were in a bearish trend from here to here. But after hitting this support, price broke out this last lower high to create a higher high. Then this was the next higher low. This was the next higher high, which says that price is in an uptrend. And then we had this beautiful supply zone in here, which was respected very beautifully again and again. And then price broke this supply zone and it came and rejected from the supply zone. So resistance once broken gets converted into support, and we had beautiful rejections from here, which says that price is struggling to come towards the downside. And then as I scaled down to my entry time frame, that is the 1 hourly, we had a beautiful consolidation, and I entered right after the break of the consolidation with my stops below this wick, We have a very tight stop loss with this trade, but we only need around 1.5% to pass this challenge. So let's see how this trade turns out to be. We also have CPI today, which is another very big catalyst factor for today. So I'll update you guys on how this trade turns out to be. Alright guys, so this is an update on the trade we took on GBP USD, and yes, we finally did it. Price hits our full take profit and we passed this challenge. If I show you my C trader over here, you can see our balance is $54,000 and we passed phase 1. I also got my phase 2 login credentials by now, and these were the last two trades. The Euro USD buy, which gave me $537, which is 1%, and then this GU buy, which gave me another 1% to pass this challenge. Now, I'm glad that I exited the trade at time. This trade did went all the way till around 2.5 RR in profits before we had CPI and price absolutely melted towards the downside. So I'm glad that I exited the trade, and this also brings us to an end of this challenge. And now let's hopefully make some good gains in phase 2 as well and be done with phase 2 by the end of April. Let's see.
We finally did it, guys. We finally completed the journey which we started together 1 month ago with this documentary series. In just 4 weeks, we took this account from minus 1% when we started all the way till 8% to reach our profit target. All the trades between minus 1% to plus 8% has been recorded on YouTube. I entered every trade live in front of you guys even while I was on a family vacation, since I was completely dedicated with this documentary series. Trading a prop firm challenge in itself is very stressful, and it's even more stressful when you're trading live in front of hundreds of people who are looking at your trades and judging you based on that. It was more sort of a challenge to me. I just wanted to see how I would perform under highly stressful situations like this. But this proved to be a successful documentary series, and I'm grateful for that. Either way, even if I would have failed this challenge, I still would have recorded every trade on this channel, since the goal of this channel is to show you what trading really looks like. Another thing which I want you to bear in mind is that this is not my very first prop firm challenge. I've already taken multiple challenges before, and currently I'm 100k funded. Most of my failed challenges has been of the time when I started 4 years ago. I did so many mistakes which could be easily avoided. So if you don't want to go through the same experience as me and lose thousands of dollars on failed challenges, then check out this video of mine where I share the top 3 lessons I have learned after failing 20 plus challenges. I'll catch you guys in that video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.